If you enjoy these videos, do me a favor and hit that like button and subscribe if you want to see future videos of how I trade market profile and volume profile. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments below. There's one. If we get a little higher, I'll add one more. If it looks like this is it, I'll add another one here. I'd be surprised if we don't try to test this overnight high here, or overnight low, I'm sorry. We better go right there. Now let's see if we can get this. Well, your 27 ticks would be here, 65.50. And I think that this would be an obvious target was the high from the overnight high. And then you have the low from Friday, which would be another obvious target down here. And adjust those targets. Let's say we leave one at the 65.50, move the other one down. See what the low was here. You go, even if you put it right at this, like 360, we'll go 61. Just see if we get down there because we can move this one as well. You don't have to take it here at the 27. We can wait for this if it looks like it's moving good. What I don't want to see is it to get up over this overnight low, start to, retest this area. So it's fine if it comes up, tests this, but we don't want any extra time up here or acceptance above this level. Move this up just a little bit, just to give me a little extra room if it wants to test this. I think we'll want to look at watch this area pretty close. Make sure we get some extension on this I period. And there's obviously some buying in here, so we want to make sure we get through that. They don't try to, come down and buy this and bounce it back up. Not really looking for this to fall apart and start, taking back all that big move from last week. But I think it's possible that we could get down, uh, to this level, or even try to hit this low down here from Friday. 40 ticks down here at 62.25. So if we get below this, I won't give this back. Same with this. If we get below this, I won't give it back. But if we get down here and it seems like we get into trouble, I'll just cut it here. What I'm really looking for here is I'd like to see this kind of just let loose and start moving. But I'm also trying to watch out to make sure that it's not, gaining. Nowhere in here is it gaining aggressiveness towards the upside. So it's going to get us up over this overnight low. Because I want to watch out for going back into this rotation. You got the POC up here, so that could be a drawback up there. Like I said, I'm not looking for it to really fall apart. Just hit these levels. Some pretty decent buying right there. See how it reacts if it does get down to this level. There's actually some right. There's actually some buying here too. I can see that on the delta chart right here. You can see this buying here is what drove us up. And you have a little bit of buying here, kind of creating this bounce. We want to see how we get through this area. We're going to bounce off this. You can see right there. Now we're going to come back down and go through it, or we're going to, try to move higher off that. You can see we're reacting to this level. You expect some reaction there, but if it really gets going, when you start heading towards your entry here, you might consider just getting out of this trade because you want to see it flush through there. And obviously, if you just were to flush through this area is not an issue. But you can see that they're reacting there. So you got to watch this pretty close and try to decide what you want to do. You might even consider to take some there. It's pretty short. That's a 1-to-1. So considering how hard a time it's having getting through there. You even bring one down with your stop. Just say, okay, if we bounce back up this high, I'm gonna take off the 2. If we bounce back to the entry, I don't want to be in anymore. I'm being overly cautious because I'm worried that it could easily bounce back up in here and get a part of this rotation again. Basically, just start rotating or even bust over these highs. There, it took out our first set. It's definitely not flushing through there the way I would expect it to in this type of trade. Here it's going to test it again. So like if we didn't get through it this time, I probably will just close this. Take a look at the targets. We have one down here at still at the 61. So we're going to play this real tight. If it does get down to here, I'm going to be moving that stop down, protecting that profit because of how slow it's moving. And I keep thinking that it's very possible that this bounces back into this rotation from earlier. There, we're testing that area again. Can we get through there? Here's another look at that delta chart. We're retesting this area. We're almost through it. So this will be the next one down here. You can see all this buying right here. It's not even getting through here. And test that area again. We get through here, I'll move that stop down. 69, 69.25. Looks like we're through that area. I'd like to at least get to our 27 with one set here. This does the same thing where it's just grinding around. If it gets down here, I'll just take it. And then it might take our stop out. We have a stop at 69.25. That's a tight stop. It's not a realistic stop, as far as trying to let the trade go. But like I said, I'm being extra cautious, playing it extra tight because I feel like it's going to eventually bounce back up into this. That took out our last set. I think that was 12 ticks. If you enjoy these videos, do me a favor and hit that like button and subscribe if you want to see future videos of how I trade market profile and volume profile. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments below.